This is Rummy's Corner. Coming up on March 25th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, in a bout that will be televised on Showtime pay-per-view, David Benavidez will square off against Caleb Plant in a battle of former super middleweight belt holders. Plant won the IBF belt in January 2019, and he defended that belt 3 times until suffering his only career loss against Canelo Alvarez in November of 21. Benavidez first won the WBC belt in September 2017, made 1 title defense, and then was stripped by the IBF because of a positive cocaine test. Benavidez reclaimed that title in September 2019 when he beat Anthony Durrell, but Benavidez was subsequently stripped of the title again when he failed to make weight in his very next fight. Each of them fought only once in 2022. In May, Benavidez made quick work of David Lemieux, scoring a 3rd-round stoppage win. Then in October, Plant rebounded well following the Canelo loss, and he knocked out the aforementioned Anthony Durrell in devastating fashion. This one is a very intriguing clash of contrasting styles, and it could potentially reveal a lot about the current state of super middleweight. David Benavidez has long been considered a legitimate threat to Canelo Alvarez at 168, but the fight never materialized, and honestly, Benavidez didn't do himself any favors on that front. Plant did get the opportunity to challenge Canelo, and despite a brave effort, Canelo proved too much for him. A Plant victory here could perhaps open a path to a rematch for Plant, and a Benavidez victory would almost certainly amplify demand for a showdown between him and Canelo. When you look at the clash of styles, and you take into account that Benavidez has in many ways been his own worst enemy, there is a feasible path to victory for Caleb Plant. After all, Plant has good all-around boxing skills, he has good movement and a solid understanding of range, and he has proven to be a tricky counterpuncher who has a way of lulling an opponent into a false sense of security. Plant can fight, he can take a good shot and trade, and he can adapt with the flow of the fight. Benavidez might not be the smoothest operator, but he is a skilled operator, and a smart one too. Benavidez has an educated jab, a good guard, and he uses a wide variety of offensive tricks behind a usually disciplined and methodical approach. Benavidez is strong and accurate, and he tends to find a way to overwhelm opponents with prolonged brute force and sheer physicality. Benavidez may be his own worst enemy outside the ring, but inside the ring he has proven to be a powerhouse force to be reckoned with. For Plant, there is no shame in losing to a talented guy like Canelo, but when you examine the upcoming match, and you consider the fact that Plant ultimately lost against Canelo through a cumulative strength and physicality along with great timing, and then you consider the fact that Benavidez's greatest strengths fall in that same realm, I think it becomes a tricky proposition for Plant. Benavidez is arguably stronger, with greater overall physicality when compared to Canelo, although on the flip side, he is perhaps not as skilled and clever and experienced. And that is what makes this matchup so damn interesting. For my 2 cents, I think Plant might get off to a decent start where he shines under the spotlight. But ultimately, I believe the same key attributes that ultimately doomed him against Canelo will once again surface here against Benavidez. So I like Benavidez inside the distance, somewhere in the mid to late rounds. I think Benavidez is going to want to make a big statement here, and I believe he probably will. So I'm taking David Benavidez, let's say by 7th round stoppage. But what the hell do I know? I ain't exactly Quasimodo over here. Whatever happens, I'm looking forward to it, and may the best man win on that night. So who do you think will win? Please share your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.